Hi, Julie. Oh, goodness. I am so sorry. My microphone. Hi, Miss Katie. My microphone would not work for anything. Anything at all. Like, I did, hi, Gina. Hi, Ramona. I did every single troubleshooting thing I know how to do twice. Hi, Tara. And nothing worked. So I had to call in for backup and have Ken come up, and he couldn't get it to work either. And then all of a sudden, it decided to cooperate. So it only took, hi, Jessica, I don't know, a good 25 minutes for me to get it to work. But it's on now. So, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. I'm exhausted. I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie. The struggle has been very real lately, ladies. So I'm going to catch up with everybody for a few minutes and, try to share some fun, cute goodies with you and yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good Tuesday. No, it's really not. It's really not. And it wasn't a bad day. Life has been really, really hectic lately, both at home and at work. So I kind of feel like I'm just barely keeping my head above water. But it wasn't a bad day. And I was really tired, but I was like, that's okay. You always enjoy catching up with the ladies. And so I was like, it'll be okay. Hi, Sloan. And then I saw you guys were having like this great chat, and I was like, the ladies are all here. But I couldn't get my microphone to work for anything at all. So I apologize. I don't know what the problem was. I genuinely don't. I have no idea. And even my husband was like, when it finally worked, he's like, I'm like, everything that he had done, I had done. And then all of a sudden, one of the things, he closed back out of Streamlabs, opened it back up, and it was picking up my mic. And I'm like, okay, we've already done that twice. And he's like, yeah, computers. I'm like, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Supposedly, when you're like being tested upon tested upon tested and you feel like everything is falling apart, it supposedly is because you are about to like break through with big change, is my understanding. So I keep trying to hold on to that because lots of things just don't feel like they're working and going the right way lately. And I'm really struggling with it. But I don't want to bring you ladies down. Not at all. I want to be a source of encouragement. So I'm going to do my best to do that this evening. So I'm going to show you some cute things, talk to you about some upcoming events, probably share a little bit of teacher life with you, and then probably go to bed. I shouldn't say never, but like I am hardly ever truly in bed before 11 o'clock, or at least like turning the lights out at 11. Like if I do happen to get into bed before 11, hi Aunt Charlotte, it's like a little bit before and I'm going to read for a few minutes, or I'm finishing up something on my phone, which is terrible. I tell my students not to do it. Last night, I literally got ready for bed at 9:30, climbed into bed before 10 o'clock, and fell asleep. Out like a light. And still didn't want to get up this morning. My husband had to wake me up because my Apple Watch had died, and so my alarm didn't go off, and I didn't even notice. I didn't even like roll over at some point like, ooh, I wonder what time it is. I feel like I've been sleeping a long time. Nope, just kept sleeping. And he's like, I don't think you would have gotten up anytime soon if I hadn't nudged you. And I'm like, Nope, probably not. Oh, Sloan, I bet. I bet you are exhausted because I know how exhausted I was when I got back from the retro hip party when I went. And between, being on the plane and being in the car, two round top and, from to the airport, those two trips, and then the little 20-minute trip from the airport to my house, and just all of the extroverting at the retreat, and not getting lots of sleep at night, and not getting good sleep even when you did sleep. I was exhausted. I was pretty much useless the first day that I was like the day after I got home. Absolutely. Um, but it looks like you guys had a fantastic time. A fantastic time. Absolutely, lots of great ladies there, and it looks like it was a blast, which I have no doubt that it was, because again, the Glamp Inn is amazing. It looked like there were lots. I didn't know all of the ladies, but I know many of the ladies, and of course, Eunice is amazing, and Cami is amazing, and I don't know Paula to PS Planner Girl really, other than a little bit of on the socials, whereas like I have met Cami in person and I have met Eunice in person. So I know more about, not about them. I know them better, I guess would be the way I'm saying it. But so just what a great, great group of ladies and place, and I'm sure it was awesome. Oh yeah, the extroverting, and you know what, you're making me realize, like, as you just said that, I'm realizing, because I've been trying to figure out, in some respects, I'm like, man, I am more tired this school year in the evenings than I remember being in previous years, but I'm doing way more extroverting this year than I had done in the last year and a half. Um, and so that's right, because I am like legit like standing up and teaching or talking or having conversations with students about all different things, like passing periods even, or like emails, like tons of extroverting. Tons. Hi, Miss Beth. Yes, seeing everybody at the retreat this weekend, like in, on different posts and things like that, really got me, not got me, because I am excited. I don't know what word I want to use, because I mean, I am excited about next year's retreat. And I'm excited about the retreat in December as well. They're just so different, So since the retreat you guys were at this weekend is at the same place as the one next summer, of course, that's kind of where my mind was going. Um, and it's good too, I think, because um, not that I wouldn't have loved to have been there, but at the same time, like, I have so much going on at home with like work and family, and then even like all of the things for Pink Crafty Cottage. It wasn't so much like, oh, I wish I was there, because like at the same time I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot, like, it would be wonderful, but like the time away right now would have been difficult. So there wasn't as much of that as sometimes like there is, when you're like, you really, really, really wish you could be there. Um, and so it actually then it also was kind of a helper, because like I said, I just feel like I am treading water right now. And so I have had a few days where I do recently like kind of sort of question all of the things Pink Crafty Cottage, because I just think, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this the way I want to. I don't know if I'm doing this well enough. I don't know, guys. And then I'm reminded about, I see this is like sticking. Sorry, my cats were on my desk and I'm just realizing they shifted something. But at the same time, then, seeing certain things reminds me, like, okay, there's so much you want to do, yes, and it'll be okay, and you'll get to do it, and it'll be okay. So yes, I'm very excited for next year. Um, I apologize because I'm very, very tired. And then I'm like it just threw me off that it took me 25 minutes to get my microphone to work. Um, Meanwhile, I was also texting with my daughter. Makes my head hurt. So let's share. I'm going to share some fun, cute stuff at the moment, and we'll go from there. Feel free to ask me any questions that you have, though, or if you've got thoughts, ideas, comments. I'm happy to have conversation too. So if you saw, I posted yesterday. I posted what was on my desk. So I was using these super cute stamps from the stamp market. This is my first time purchasing. Thank you, Miss Sloan. I know. I am hoping to slow down some things as I keep clearing things off my list. This is my first stamp purchase from the stamp market. I have the stamp dividers, but I purchased these stamps from them because I thought the spider web was, they're all cute, but the spider web was super cool. And I always forget it's backwards. The fact that it says if the hat fits and it has a witch hat, so for the Black Hat Society. And I didn't have any Halloween stamps. Like I don't own any Halloween stamps. So I was like, this would be super fun. So I had lots and lots of trial and error with the spider web. So I definitely needed to be working on my stamp game with that. Like I was even watching a video because I was like, what is happening? Like I'm just trying to stamp this. I'm not trying to do anything fancy. Hello. But so I finally got one to work. Seriously, trial and error, people, seriously. I finally got one to work, and so then I also put a little purple. I put a little purple spider on there. I feel like that's blurry. It's having trouble. So yes, I finally got one to work. So I'm going to add some ribbon to this, and that's going to go in the Black Hat Society a retreat kit. I know that stamping takes some practice. I was just really surprised because I was like, all I'm trying to do is put black ink on this and stamp it. And I was using my stamp mat even that I have that's supposed to help. And I was, really making sure I was getting coverage. And oh my goodness gracious, it has been a learning curve, and I'm still afraid to even try again because I'm afraid it's gonna not work out. So, but I will play around with that. And then I did the little no tricks or treats, and I did it in, no tricks, just treats, and I did it in the orange. And then because I had watched a little video, in trying to figure out the spider web, I actually had seen this little trick that I don't know why I hadn't thought to do this before. Maybe it's because I don't use stamps enough. So I used the two different inks. I used purple and I used orange and broke down, so that it's the two colors, which I was super excited about, which I know some of you are probably like, welcome to the stamping game, Mandy. But I was very excited by it. So I'm going to add ribbon, and I have a million more to stamp, but it was fun. It was definitely fun once I got it going. I'm trying to figure out what to do for the ghosts. I don't own any white ink, so I'm thinking I might need to get some cute white or iridescent ink and then put them on some black paper that I may have to go find that. I had bought last year. I had bought these two colors, the purple and the orange, for something that I was going to do for Halloween, and then I didn't even use them. And so I have them for this year. So I was excited. I also bought, and I haven't put it together yet, but I also bought the shaker ghost die cut from the stamp market. Oh, I could emboss the ghosts. I didn't even think about embossing them. Y'all are so smart. So I need to get embossing ink, right? Because I don't have any embossing ink. Oh, actually, I think I do. Because I have the Heidi Swap Mink ink, which is the same thing. Because it's heat activated. Because you can put it through the Mink, I think. Oh, good. Yeah, so I got the ghost shaker die cut. So I'm practicing with that. So that's a lot of fun. Hang on, I think my daughter's home. Hang on. Okay. I knew the dogs would bark because she got dropped off. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that and the embossing. And then yeah, I started punching out to make ghost shakers. But that's been a learning curve too because of course I bought super thick glitter paper and they're the little thinlits. And so I've had to go over it like a bunch of times. So it's a learning curve, but it also came with the little word boo. So I was cutting out boo so you can like layer that. So yeah. All all of the things are cute, but I always decide to like, oh, that would be super cute, but not realize that some things don't just like crank out. You know what I mean? Like I'm used to my other dies that like just crank right through the first time, and I don't know if it's the paper I was using. I don't know if it's because these are a different type of die, but it does not go through quite as fast and easy as I would like it to. So I'm working on that. So yes, so I was working on those. So those were fun little things for a Black Cat Society. And I will say, like, I'm not always the biggest Halloween person. Like, I'm usually just like, of course I like to decorate a little bit and have some things because it's, I'm a theme person. But I've seen a lot of posts, I feel like, this year for October Daily, and then Katie and Jessica have done such an amazing job with the calendar for October Daily that I'm already starting to like get ideas and map things out and want to plan ahead, and so I'm excited. I've shown you guys my vessel that I'm going to use. I'm going to do it as a memory deck, even though I keep seeing all these cute journals that ladies have because of all the like October dailies they've done in the past, and they have them like lined up and they're super cute. And Jessica shared hers, and Katie was sharing hers, and Sue shared her one, and then I've seen some like, but I'm just afraid that I need to keep it small. So I am going to do a live at some point this weekend. I will let you guys know. And I'm going to sit and I'm going to punch out base cards for this and get my like, Hi, Priscilla. I am going to sit and get my stuff kind of all set up. And so I'm going to do that on a live. I'll let you guys know. And if you guys want to be working on yours at the same time, um, either, just gathering your supplies or starting to like cut out some base pages out of your, whatever papers you might be using, depending on what size vessel you're using. I'm sorry, Priscilla. I know I have seen a lot of October daily things this year, both from like other like different people popping up with like that they're going to be doing some different prompts and things, but then even ladies like sharing about it and talking about it. And I don't feel like I've noticed quite as many in the past. So I don't know if it's they're ladies that I'm newer to following since last October or what. So we will see. If but there's some really cute things out there. But I'm getting excited too. I meant to have it close to show you guys. I found some really cute Day of the Dead themed stuff at the Dollar Tree, and then also at where else did I find something? So I bought a few of those things since we're going to do we're kind of doing a little play on words and doing a hot cocoa bar, but we're wanting to watch the Coco movie because it has that whole vibe that goes along with the month and everything like that. So I thought, it'd be fun to like decorate my cocoa bar that way. And I bought some, the fleece jammy bottoms at Walmart that are the actual Coco like movie ones because I thought, okay, well, that would be cute. Yes, Target does have some cute stuff. I was debating getting like the little altar to like put things on, but I had to keep talking myself out of it because I was like, okay. How often would you use that? Hi, Miss Michelle. Oh, Priscilla, so I started a live and my microphone would not work. And so I stopped it, restarted it, and because I did it so fast, the chat kept going. But I still didn't have my sound, and so then I completely had to shut down and I had to do some troubleshooting, and then I started a new one. And so that's why you guys, that's why you didn't see me, because I wasn't on. My camera wasn't on, I had no sound, but the chat was still going for a little bit too. So I know, Katie, it's super cute, and I really debated it. And then I thought, would it really hold things that I would be trying to do? And then, yes, then I have to store it. So I did pick up, and I meant to have them out. I'll show them to you guys this weekend. I found some really cute things that I thought, well, then I just can kind of decorate, my whole setup and be good. And then I thought like the jammy bottoms were cute. To wear since we're gonna watch the movie. And Priscilla, now you'll stay up because I'm on, huh? So I'm kind of getting excited about some of those things. And not so much that I want everyone to like go run out and spend a whole bunch of money, but just making sure that I can still get kind of pull things together for some of the themes and. And I even want to do my decorating early this year instead of waiting until like, although I say early, it's almost going to be October. But like this past weekend, I was working to get a bunch of stuff cleaned up. And so I can go ahead and like start putting out the decorations earlier than I have more recently so that then it's out and, I can be, inspired by it and everything like that. And I also want to do like, play some of the music or put some movies on or just do those little things that sometimes because, my kids aren't little, I maybe am not doing, but I could do like just for fun. And then I'm really trying to decide about what I want to wear for the month. I was like, because I really was like, I don't have a lot of like orange or that kind of thing in my wardrobe. And so I was like, okay, I'd really like to have some fun, like adding some pieces to my wardrobe, even if it's some basics that then I can really just change out with like jewelry and everything. Because of course, yes, Michelle, we're talking about October. I'm trying to like, I'm getting more excited about trying October Daily this year. And so I'm kind of encouraging myself by seeing all the posts that people are making to like think about some of the themes and either like pull things out or to use things I have or maybe even purchase some things without spending a bunch of money. So like I bought Day of the Dead things from like the Dollar Tree, even though yes, Target has some super cute stuff, but I was like, okay, you spend 20 on the wreath and 20 on the altar and 20 on the this, and the next thing you know, where I was like, whereas if I get a couple of things that I can kind of, touch in, add in, more, little less expensively. Um, oh, Coco is such a good movie. It is such a good movie. Um, it really, really is. I'm hoping to do it I'm hoping I can do like a watch party with Disney Plus. I have to play around with that. Um, I have, and again, like I know everybody's busy, so I'm not like, trying to like sing the blues to you, but like seriously, I've had so much stuff to do at work between like just having kids back in person, and I'm in charge of the pep club, and like we have our first, well, we have our rival game this Friday, and then homecoming is next week, and then I have to do evaluation, and so it's just like all of these, and I had like training for like just all of these things there, um, but then things for like things with kids, things with spouse, like things at home, you guys know, like from meal planning to shopping to laundry to cleaning to, listening to other people's, things and helping them and all that kind of stuff, and then some actual like to-do list things like call this place, take care of this, do this, whatever. Um, as well as then like okay, this for kits and ship this out and do this, but then yes, then I have all these little like, okay, I want to figure out all of these things for Pink Crafty Cottage, and so lots of list making is happening over here. I know, Jessica, that's so exciting that you started working on some pages this past weekend. And so I mean, I need to get started this weekend because obviously then it's going to be October. I was hoping to do it a little sooner than that, but that's okay. Priscilla, October Daily could really be whatever you want it to be. Kind of like December Daily is really, it's whatever you want it to be. I mean, if you want to, document like your day that happened that day, you totally can, and you can journal, you can, you can add a photo, you don't have to. And sometimes other individuals, like it's about documenting things that they, like things within that month or that holiday. And they intentionally like have something picked to document for on that day that isn't necessarily about that day. People do like their decorations or their favorite songs or their favorite movies or different things, and they might not watch the movie that day, they might not take a photo that day, they might not, so it's really whatever you want to make it. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm really excited about October, and yeah, I'm hoping to be working on like getting things situated this coming weekend, because then of course I have homecoming. Well, so I don't have to do homecoming, but I have like lots of things to do for homecoming since I'm in charge of pep club, and then I have the football game on October 1st is our homecoming game. So I will be busy for part of the evening. Then thankfully, the rest of the weekend, I won't, because I'm like, I want to have my decorations out and I want to be able to be documenting. So yes, I'm going to be hopefully doing a bunch of those kinds of things this weekend, as I hopefully finish up some other things. I used to be able to do a lot more on weeknights. I used to be able to like have a lot of energy, and I have been so tired lately. So tired. So tired. I have to tell you though, so for my child development classes, the next thing that we're going to start talking about is observing young children. So like I've led them in with, explaining like what child development is and like kind of the history of it, and everything. And so we're going to talk and then understanding it. So how it works, so we've talked about the different areas of development, cognitive, social, emotional. We've talked about the different areas, and we've talked about how it happens, and everything like that. So we've done all of that kind of stuff. And so then now we take a little bit and we look at observing young children, like why do we observe, like, and essentially study, child development. And so I love to kick that off with them watching an episode or two of Super Nanny, because we don't have a preschool at our high school, so like there isn't a place where they can just go and sit and observe like little kids in action. So I show them so I'll show them a couple Super Nanny episodes, because it's really good, because of course the kids are somewhat out of control, and then they see positive, like developmental appropriate techniques put into place. And so today what I had them do though is I gave them each a little half slip of paper, and I said, while you're watching, you're going to write down 5 observations that you see of the kids. Whatever observations, like whatever you want. And normally our kids do so much on their iPads. Like we're an Apple school, they have iPads, teachers have iPads and MacBooks, and so much of their stuff is done on their iPads. In some classes, literally everything is done on their iPads. It's very rare that they will do like anything on paper. I have a little bit of a mix. So I gave them each a half slip of paper, and I said, okay, do these 5, write these 5 things down. Well, number 1, I had literally like 98% participation. Like, whereas if it was something where I'd asked them to do it on their iPad, it's very likely that I would have, as far as in the immediate, like getting it before they even walked out the door, I probably would have had like 75 to 80% if I was lucky. And then I see that there's like a lot happening in the chat. I'm gonna get to it in just a second. So that was great for number 1. Number 2, I had several kids in the 2 different classes like draw me pictures too. Like they did what they were supposed to, but they also like drew me, and like just not necessarily drew me, but like they drew a picture on the paper. And then I had one sweet girl was like, man, I really think I like writing on paper much better than the iPad. And it was just so cute. And I was like, man, I may have to give them more like little assignments, because obviously then I still have to get them into our learning management system and grade them and blah, 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 to sync with their grade books. But I'm like, they did so much better. Like they did so much better doing it on paper. They were so much more engaged. And it was wonderful. It was so wonderful. Okay, let's see. So, mini disc for October. Thinking I will have the kit to decorate, but realize it's for the event. Yes. Okay, so the kit for the Black Hat Society is really for the Black Hat Society retreat, because we're going to make a spell book, and we're going to make some other things. I don't want to give too much away, but we're going to make a wreath of sorts. We're going to make a 3D project of sorts. So everything you get now, if you have some extra, doesn't mean you can't use it in something else, but you're going to want to not use any of it until after the Black Hat Society retreat. So I would use other Halloween things for Halloween, which again, I'm going to be setting stuff up this weekend. And I will show you different like collections I'm using, things that I'm using. If you're in a bit of a pinch, I mean, there's Joann's has some paper pads that are Halloween that are that are cute. Michael's has a collection with some paper pads, and they have like stickers and ephemera and washi tape and stuff. Like if you don't necessarily want to order online, you just want to kind of go and pick out some things. Hobby Lobby does not have Halloween. They have fall stuff, but they do not carry Halloween at Hobby Lobby. Um, I think that's pretty much everything. Um, let's see. Yes, you can find cute imagery. Like, so Paper Pippi has printables on her website. So there's cute printables there for if you're looking for that. Um, there's also, there was someone else on the tip of my tongue. It'll come to me. Lots and lots of cute printables. Maybe, let's see. I will make myself a note. I will put a post in the October Daily, unless Katie, you want to do it, but I don't mind doing it. But we will put a post up at a place for everybody to share, like where they're finding their different Halloween and fall like printables and even things from the yes, a resources thread, Katie. I will at least set up the thread when I get off this evening. I'll set up the thread, and then that way everybody can post in there, you know, where they've purchased from, or even if you like there were things at Michael's and things at Joann's. I didn't purchase them only because I didn't need to purchase them, and so like the one was a really cute 12 by 12 pad at Joann's, but I was like, you don't need it. So I had to intentionally like not purchase it. So yes, I will do a resource. I will set up a thing, and then that way people can start, we can start sharing resources in Mighty Networks. My brain is so fried, you guys. I'm so sorry. Yes, because there's lots and lots of great like printables if you have access to a printer. Oh, Katie, you got it. You're so wonderful, Katie. And or again, even if you've purchased, you know, if you've picked some things up and purchased things different places, that can be really helpful, you know, too, depending on, you know, what you're looking for. Because like it's great to print ephemera and things, but sometimes you don't necessarily want to print paper. I mean, it can turn out fine, but sometimes you'd rather not, you know. So even if, so even if you like you want to go buy a paper pad, just so you have some like double-sided paper that's just all ready to go, that then you can, you know, cut out to whatever size you need, and then use like the ephemera and things like that. There will also be some printables. There will be some free printables in the October Daily event because Miss Suze and Miss Sloan have both been creating hand drawing / painting some amazing images for you ladies that you will also be able to print and use in your I think it's for October Daily, right? And not just Black Cat Society, now that I said that. I'm pretty sure it's just for October Daily and not for the Black Cat Society. Well, I guess it's gonna be for October Daily because now I just put it out there, and that would be really mean to be like, just kidding. Oh, goodness gracious. I should show you guys. I just finally have been going through the lessons for Procreate. Like I know I don't ever plan to be like a graphic designer or an illustrator. Not in my wheelhouse. Like I'm well aware, but I love drawing. I like doodling. Like I love doodling. And I love, you know, like I love being able to do like my own handwriting and or like bubble letters or like just like fun simple things. And so I would love to be able to do at least my own like titled images sometimes for Instagram, like Black Hat Society retreat or um for the different events that I've hosted where like I don't even have the ability to do that. So finally I've been taking the little course that I had signed up for Procreate and learning how it works. And so it's super basic, but I'm going to show you the one thing that I played around with. And I'm like not even done with like the first section of the course. But I did my own little handwriting. I did some little hearts. I drew a little witch hat and I drew a little broom. Now, on the one hand, some of y'all might be like, okay, that's super basic, Mandy. And it absolutely is. However, I even have multiple layers on my canvas because I did the pink over top of the turquoise on my witch's hat, which requires multiple layers. So it is super, and I still have I'm not necessarily done, so I still have the graph paper behind it, which is something else I learned how to do because I didn't even know how to do that. Like I just wanted to do stuff, and of course I was the type, I was trying to just like push buttons and mess around, and that doesn't work. Like I was getting nowhere. So I'm taking the little course. Sloan, the course is, I'll have to send you the link because technically it's a free course. You can make donations, like buy her a cup. You can do a cup of coffee or whatever. It's the same course that Andrea, Retro Hit Mama, and Kelly Bangs were doing together. Where like the first like actual assignment or project, like because it's like there's a new one every whatever within it is your floral, like your initial with the floral around it and everything. I haven't even gotten that far yet. It's a great tutorial. And then it's like small business that you're helping out. I'll have to, let me see what her name is. Oh, her Instagram is every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. And it's fantastic because it's super super like easy to follow. It's broken down into very small manageable pieces, which is fantastic. Let's see. Let me link it real quick. Why didn't I get... Okay. Let's see. Oh, well, this is her. Let's see. That's her Instagram. And then let me link her course as well. Yes, and so technically it is technically a free course, but like you have the option to, like make a donation, essentially. So I think when I signed up for it, I think I did like, I don't know if I did the cup of coffee or if I did $10 or something like that. Like just something because it was like, and it's a very in-depth class. Like it has a lot, especially for being, Oh, Michelle, you're so cute. I get too many notifications. I had to stop getting notifications. Okay, so I showed you stamps. I showed you the die. I showed you what I'm using for October. And again, like, do not think I'm going to suddenly become a graphic design person, because I know that level is not in my wheelhouse necessarily, and it's not necessarily what I want to do, not because it's not awesome, but it's not necessarily what I want to do. But I do at least want to be able to do certain things, and or even just playing around with it is kind of fun. I was going to show you. So I don't have all of the specifics for the January favorite winter memories workshop that we're going to do. Good night, Aunt Charlotte. But we're using the myself and my design team and then anyone who's purchased the bundle, or if you decide to purchase it in the future, we're using the Frosty collection from Pretty Little Studio. And so I happened to be virtually shopping with Suze the one day at Hobby Lobby, and if y'all didn't know, she loves buffalo plaid. Loves buffalo plaid. She calls it buffalo plaid. It's so cute. And if you haven't been into Hobby Lobby recently, like, they have everything buffalo plaid, because they have like a whole bunch of stuff in their fall. They have a whole bunch of stuff in their Christmas. So I was like showing her a bunch of this stuff. But what I did grab for us is they have the buffalo plaid planner. And so for something fun, and then it's cute because it has like wood. It looks like it's like, little wood planks on the inside. And so we're going to do our winter memories in this, just to do something different, to have some fun and try something a little bit different. So I just thought I'd share that with you for fun. That's what we're going to do. I'm doing the memory decks for October and a 6x8 album for my December daily. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing in November for my gratitude, because I have a couple of beautiful journals from last year. So I'm going to probably try to use one of those and really just focus on writing down my gratitude. So we thought this would be kind of fun. So I thought I would just share that with you. So we're going to do some buffalo plaid things. Yes, like shiplap. I know, right? I want to be able to sew. Speaking of, okay, let me show you something else that I got, because you just mentioned sewing. And of course, Aunt Charlotte just left, because I should totally show her too. So yes, it's their brand. It's their Agenda 52. It's also paper. It's through Paper Studio. Agenda 52. Yeah, it's their planner brand. Yeah. So, but we thought it would be fun and it would be cute, and I thought that, especially then being able to have do some cute stuff in here to get it prepped in advance, and even have clips sticking out and stuff. Because I always want to try different things and use all the different supplies. So it's kind of keep it different. So I stopped into the, what's it called? I stopped into the one fabric store that's right by the Hobby Lobby. I try not to go in there often because I don't really need fabric, especially not good quality, expensive quilting fabric for everything. Oh, you sewed a bow and ruffles this weekend. You sewed a bow. What kind of bow? I'm curious now. And whose class was that in? Or was that was that a small little station sewn, or was that a class? Was that with the junk journal class? I'm very curious. So I'm definitely not going to like suddenly start doing quilts because I don't have time for that. But this was on sale. I could not resist, especially since I want to maybe do a retreat like at the lake house still. Like I wanted to do that this past summer. And so this is this book, Vintage Boardwalk. Okay, but it gives you all of the templates. Oh, a station with Lisa. Oh, I bet that was amazing. So it gives you all of the templates in the back for the appliques. And then it shows you, like, so I'm not thinking quilt. I'm thinking, like, just cute appliques. But, like, so there's, like, the cute vintage bathing suit. And there's the life preserver. And there's flip-flops. Like, because I'm thinking these things could even... Oh, that's so sweet of you, Tara. There's the umbrella and the lemonade stand. Oops, I didn't go far enough. The lemonade stand. But I was thinking, like, these could be things where we could put them even into different, like, junk journals. I mean, so, of course, so if you see it close, like, it's a whole applique, like, quilts that they made. But all the templates are in the back. And I'm like, well, we all can handle, like, cutting out stuff if we're tracing it, right? Totally. So, yeah. So it was on sale, and since it has all the applique stuff already in it, and then it actually shows you how to make a couple of tote bags, even if you're not going to make the... And worst case, I figured this would be... maybe we do a camp with Aunt Charlotte. We just have her come and stay at the lake, and we do a camp with her. Since she has always shown me how to do things. So I just thought this was super cute. I could make them out of paper, or a combination of like paper and then cute fabrics. You know, so maybe make like the base of some of the things like out of just thick cardstock. Right? But then add like super cute fabric embellishments for the other things. So yeah. So this we can all work on this together. Oh my goodness gracious, because that would be fun. But I thought that would be super cute. I'm trying to think of what else. So let's see. So we have October Daily coming up very quickly. We have, which I guess maybe we should look at the calendar while we're sitting here and talk about some things. I was going to look at the calendar. And see if I had anything else. But we have October Daily, and we have the Black Cat Society. Let me get my calendar. I was going to look at the I could... no, I don't know how to do that, actually. I was like, I could share my screen. I don't know how to do that on Twitch. I know how to do it if we were all in a WebEx meeting or in a Zoom. I know how to do it. Where is my calendar? Why is it not popping up? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, Priscilla, you printed it out. Oh. Is it really? Is there really a little share button in Twitch? I'm looking. Because I'm on Streamlabs. So I'm looking. Gina, I am packaging them up, girl. The joy of journaling boxes, I am packaging them up. I literally had to finally stop. Oh, well, see, Michelle, you could share, but that's, I think, if you... Hi, Miss Sparkle Adventures. Oh, I can add a display. Oh, okay. I will have to set that up for in the future, because after the issues that I had this evening with my microphone not wanting to work, I am not messing with anything else in there. But I will look for that for next time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Gina, I finally had to, I literally had to like stop myself from doing any more, because, I had ended up going kind of overboard by doing journals for everybody, which I'm super excited about. And then even as I was doing the journal, like, oh, good night, Miss Tara, like added something else to like the journal itself, some embellishment. And then I started adding another layer of embellishment to some of the inserts. And then I was making some additional elements, and I finally had to tell myself, you can't do any more for this particular box. You need to just finish sorting each element and packaging them, because you're way behind and you need to get them out, and you need to then do the Black Hat Society packaging and get those out. So yes, my little station is happening. This is when I kind of wish we were still full remote and I could work from home. So while my kids were working on stuff, I could just be, packaging boxes and moving them along. But no, I'm just kidding. So yes, so I'm excited about them. Yeah, I literally had to stop myself. I even had like a list then of like, okay, well then you're going to add this and you're going to do this. And I was like, okay, I had to like get rid of that list. And I was like, no, you are done. Because then I fall into the same, like, I was going to add just a few elements to like the Black Hat Society kits, just a few little things, because of, I have the Frank Garcia collection, and it was going to be a lot of, and then it was like, oh, let me get these stamps, and oh, let me get these die cuts, and then, oh, well, let me try stamping in multiple colors, and then let me add different ribbons, and then I even bought a few other cutesy things. And so, yeah. You will never get a kit from me that does not have a much higher value to it than you paid for it. Just so you know. I know, Priscilla, you just need to move. Tell Ed you're moving. It's that simple. You're moving. There's a couple of houses for sale in the neighborhood. Just come move in. Done. I was even going to see if I could like bribe with some payment my daughter this week because she was trying to like, I mean, she has a job, but she was trying to make some extra money. And so she was like cleaning up some like little pieces of furniture that we had sitting in the garage that had been sitting there forever that we like were going to just put on Facebook Marketplace. And so I had re-mentioned it. And so she like went out and was doing. And so then I was like, I said, I could really use some help, like just with like some sorting of these like this kind of stuff. And you could just, do it while you're watching a show or whatever. And, but I'd be happy to like, figure out like even paying you for it, a little something. And she was like, well, okay, but, it can't be on this day because I work, and it can't be, I'm going to have class that night, and and I was like, never mind. Never mind. I will do it myself. Okay? Okay. Yeah. And if it wasn't for kits where they were sold, like there was a profit, I guarantee I would have students who would absolutely love to sit and help me after school for like service hours, but I can't give service hours because it's not a non-for-profit type of thing. So that kind of kills that. Because that would be fun too, just to be like, okay, you sort this, and like a little assembly line, and we'll put on a movie up on the on the screen, or we'll listen to some music. They'd be there in a heartbeat. I'd probably have them like every day after school. No problem, but that's kind of a no-no. So anywho. Right? Well, I mean, right? Well, it's very interesting because my cooperating teacher when I student taught, she had talked about like she used to they could so I could have them if they wanted to help just to help. Like just to hang out after school and help, that would probably be fine. Like if we were just in my classroom and they were just hanging out with me, and there was more than like one student, obviously, so it wasn't just me and a student, and they just wanted to hang out and they just wanted to help with it, that would be fine. I can't give them service hours, like community service hours, which they need for graduation. I can't give them that because the kits, I'm making a profit off of it. So I can't do that. So there's not like that incentive piece to offer them, like, oh, you could come and help me with this and you'd get service hours. I can't because I get paid for the kit. Yeah, my cooperating teacher, she used to have kids come like in the summer to her home, like if they wanted to. I mean, and they used to do like a deep like spring cleaning type of thing. Like, I mean, so they would help like, take all the stuff apart and like do like the deep dusting and the deep this and the deep that and like all these different like things. And I'm like, but like you can't like that, you can't do that anymore. Like, like not that there's anything wrong with it. You know what I mean? Because again, like, I mean, I have students who I guarantee would want to come just to hang out. You know what I mean? Or if I was like, hey, if you want to come over and you help me sort through all of this stuff, and then like you could, whatever I'm getting rid of, like you could take, or I'll show you how to, make a junk journal or whatever. Like they'd be all in, like just to come and hang out and do the crafty stuff. Well, yeah, I could definitely do that. The hard thing is that at a certain point, though, too, depending on what it is, it's like by the time I figure out what all I'm taking with me and I like load it all to work, and then I would do like, it's sometimes it's like, is it worth it? Because then that time that's spent to like get it prepped to take it with me could have been like an hour of just picking up X and sitting down and sorting it, being done. Like, So, I would love to, honestly, I'd love to have a scrapbook club. I tried to have a scrapbook club at my first job, but it didn't really work because of just where I was working. But in the future, I would love to do something like that, for students who wanted to document their lives and everything, like do journaling and documenting and everything, just to give them a place to do it and have like certain supplies on hand, at least have some of the larger tools and things that they might not, so, um, yeah, I definitely, I incorporate some of it into just different things within the classroom, and then I do have my screamers. So or my pep clubs, our plan is actually to use the Cricut to cut out vinyl for our own T-shirts for this coming Friday's game. And one of my students was that's in the group when we were talking about it, said, "Now, do you have the heat press?" And I'm like, "No, we'll have to use it on iron." And he was like, "Well, I have the heat press." And I'm like, "Well, then you could bring the heat press, couldn't you?" So we'll see. And then, of course, my brain was thinking, well, maybe for Pep Club, I could just, with our, we have funds, or then we do fundraisers and stuff too. I'm like, maybe we could get a heat press and a Cricut that just stays there for all of the different things that we could, personalize for all the different events for ourselves. Or then to be we want to be really a force for good, and really try to be known for that, not just showing up for certain events, especially athletic events. So we're trying to do different things this year. And so I'm like, ooh, that would be fun. Good night, Miss Sloan. I'm not far behind you. I'm realizing it's getting late. And partly that's because I started so late. But see, you ladies made me feel so much better because I was debating not doing a live this evening, just because I was so tired and I was really overwhelmed and things have been really just kind of a lot lately. And then I was like, no, you can get on and at least check in with everybody and say hi. And then I got started late and I was thinking, oh my gosh, maybe I'm not supposed to do one this evening, because my microphone doesn't want to work. But you guys have just cheered me up and put me in such a good mood. Oh, yay, Katie, you're so awesome. Katie is a rock star. Oh, Miss Beth, good night. I know it is getting late. It's 20 to 10 here, which means it's getting even later for my ladies on the East Coast. I will let you ladies know probably, I think it'll be Saturday most likely, Saturday afternoon, that I will work, I'll do a live and I will work on prepping my October stuff. I was thinking I was going to do it as a Twitch, but we'll see. I might actually do it as a Zoom so that more people, so we can have more interaction, and then I can always share certain aspects on Tuesday nights Twitch next week. So I think I'd like to just, I tried, Priscilla. I was not cheerful last evening at all. I was a hot mess. It's a good thing nobody was around. Oh, you got your memory decks, Priscilla? Isn't it amazing? It's just so nicely made. Katie, I'm so excited because that's wonderful. And that actually, even though I have the calendar, that's good. That helps me when I go to get things prepped this weekend. Perfect. I think I'll do Saturday. I think that's going to be the plan. But I will keep you ladies posted for sure. And I will be prepping not only some memory decks cards, but even my cart, and I'll kind of go through some of the supplies I'm going to use, and we'll have that resource thread up so we can share on there, and that'll be great. Yes. So if I do it on Twitch, you can always watch the replay. If I decide to do it as a Zoom, then yes, I will kind of have a maybe a portion where it is kind of just me as far as showing supplies, and then but I can record it for sure, because that makes sense too, because then I can always post it in the October Daily. I can post a link in there for people to watch it. So and maybe I will do it. Maybe I'll do it as a live Twitch for a while, and then I could open a Zoom for us to like to chat and hang out and like continue to work on things. So I'll figure that out. But yes, I will record it for the ladies that can't make it. That's an excellent idea, Gina. Thank you for mentioning that. In case I did end up doing a Zoom and not a Twitch, I wouldn't have thought to record it. So, all right, ladies. Well, I'm going to call it a night so that I can shut down all my things and I can be in bed a little early. I have a faculty meeting first thing tomorrow morning. So I better be bright and sunshiny. But thank you guys for being here. You guys are the best. I'm really, really, really thankful to have you guys here. I'm really excited about all of the upcoming things that we can play together and craft together and make memories together. Yeah, send me messages if you have any questions or anything like that, and I will get back to you guys as quickly as I possibly can. I'm usually pretty fast when messages come through. So if you need anything or, have any ideas or questions, that kind of thing. Good night, Miss Priscilla. And Miss Priscilla was going to go to bed like an hour ago. And look, now we kept you up late. All right, ladies, have a great rest of your Tuesday. And I will see you ladies hopefully this weekend. Take care. Bye.